Shocking revelation. My wife cheated and our child isn't mine. A couple weeks ago, a life-altering revelation sent shockwave through one man's world. It all began innocently enough with a visit from his wife's sister, who was eager to catch up and hear about the birth of her first nephew. Little did anyone know that this visit would unleash a devastating secret buried for 6 long years. Stay tuned to see what happens at the end. As they engaged in conversation, the sister hesitated before finally confessing what she had carried as a heavy burden. She revealed that 6 years ago, in a moment of weakness, the man's wife had confessed to her that she had slept with her best friend while under the influence of alcohol. The sister assured him that his wife was deeply remorseful for her actions. This revelation hit the man like a ton of bricks. At that very moment, he was in the company of the child he believed to be his own. Overwhelmed by a sense of dread, he wasted no time and left his sister-in-law's house to seek answers. His heart heavy with fear, he decided to take a paternity test. A week later, the results arrived, confirming his darkest suspicions. The child was not his own. Suddenly, he found himself looking at the child with different eyes, as if he were no more than a stranger. Armed with undeniable evidence, he chose to confront his wife one fateful night, waiting until their child was fast asleep. When she demanded to know how he had discovered the truth, he kept his source hidden, even though it wouldn't be long before she connected the dots back to her sister's confession. Nevertheless, his focus was on ending their marriage, a process that was already underway. His wife, devastated by the impending divorce, swore on multiple occasions that she had been faithful since that one regrettable incident. Despite his seething anger, he resisted the urge to hurl insults, attributing much of the blame to alcohol rather than accepting full responsibility. During their emotional discussion, his wife delivered a threat that would only further ignite his anger. She vowed to seek full custody of the child. Frustration and resentment led him to an unexpected decision. He agreed. No longer wanting any connection to a child who did not share his blood, he instructed her to take her child and depart. An explosive outburst that left her deeply affected. A week has passed since that tumultuous evening, and he now finds himself alone in the house his parents had gifted him. His wife has moved to her parents' home, taking their child and all their possessions with her. In the silence that surrounds him, she has made no attempt to contact him. Seeking solace and guidance, he began therapy sessions 3 times a week, acknowledging that taking the first step, separating from what caused him immense pain, was necessary. Still, the pain lingers, along with an overwhelming sense of anger toward his wife and a complex mixture of emotions toward the child. As for why the sister-in-law chose to reveal the truth, she cited guilt as her motivation. Witnessing the man's happiness with the child she suspected might not be his had gnawed at her conscience for years. Their visit during a moment of vulnerability finally pushed her to confess. Although the full truth of her motives remains uncertain, all that's clear is that the man now wrestles with a potent blend of anger, resentment, and sorrow. We wish him the best.